Hi guys, this is Stephanie from Grow Green Homestead. I wanted to do a very quick part 2 video to my fall garden. It's been a couple weeks, about a month probably since I did part 1. I'm sorry, I didn't have space on my phone. I need to get a better camera. Anyway, so I'm just going to walk you through and just kind of show you. That's kale. The sun is setting. My mustard greens, hopefully you guys can see. I have tons of grass growing. I need to come clean it out. I have a mustard green there, some kale. This is what the caterpillars and those ladybug looking bugs have done to my plants. You know, I said I was going to show you guys. Yeah, this is exactly what they did to it. All of them, except for a few. But yeah, my red mustard greens are doing fine. I have some that are smaller than others. I have one right there and one right there. The caterpillars ate that one completely back, so I just took the leaves off of it. I fertilized all of these things over here, hoping they will come back. And as you see, that's what they do to my greens. It's not really caterpillars. I think it's those ladybugs. And it could be the caterpillars too, but yeah, I need to treat these. And then I have a couple beans growing on the fence. They're not a lot. There's a very few that did survive. So I pick those every now and then. The neighbors know that they can come out here and pull a couple. It's only a few people that have to eat over there. So they're more than welcome to have some. I have beans up here, some more beans. Okay, kale. Brussels sprouts that are just looking terrible because of those ladybug looking bugs. Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna try to stay out the shot. I have a kale that fell over. It is so tall. It's about 3 feet tall. And I need to stand back up. The last of my tomatoes. I put down some cabbage here. More mustard greens. More kale. Mustard greens, another tomato plant still hanging in there, and that completely died off. There used to be a kale the caterpillars devoured. Another mustard green right there. I do have kale growing in here somewhere. It's blending in because the leaves are covering it. Some things, of course, the bugs are still getting to. I kind of figured some are going to get eaten. That's why I planted more than what I thought I wanted. Here's a kale, red dazzling kale that's hiding in the brush with the rest of the stuff. I have more kale. I think that's Brussels sprout right there. Anyway, that poor little thing back here it's just struggling to hold on. That's more Brussels sprout. I'm probably going to pull those. Other than that, nothing's growing much in there. It's supposed to be some Swiss chard. I don't see any. I should have started it inside and just brought them out here once they got big enough. But down here I planted some cabbage that I purchased from Lowe's. I just figured I'd just try it once during the winter time to see how it does. Alright, so I planted some other stuff in my watermelon patch that I had growing. It's finally clear. The watermelon patch did good. We got at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 watermelon from out of there. And I wanted to show you this. I have broccoli on the outsides going around. And then I have cabbage and some collards in the middle. I'm planting them close because I'm just going to eat the leaves off of these things as the fall progresses. That was the plan. If they get big, that's great. If they don't, then I'll just eat the leaves. No problem. All right. So, quick, one more thing. I purchased some mulberry little seedling plants the beginning of last year, and they're actually growing. I didn't realize that I had 3. I have one right there that I separated, and then I have another one. Whew, sorry for the wind, guys. Another one here. Oh, and then I have another one. I'm going to show it to you guys. Over here is my purple top turnips or rutabaga. One of the two. Either way, we can eat the roots on there and the greens. We got to go through and clean those off. And hopefully the camera doesn't turn off. I wanted to show you guys some other stuff. I moved around this here. You know, I was doing the cucumbers. Now I'm doing the beans in here for the fall. They're doing well. And all 4. Hopefully they will train themselves up on this netting that I have. These are Tabasco plants that I had over there in that bin there. I pulled them out because it was just so crowded over there. So I planted them in the ground. I know they're going to die off. But we just picked another batch of Tabasco peppers. I dried some out, so I have some dried ones. We got some frozen. I put some in vinegar to make some pepper sauce. It's just, these 2 little plants produce a lot. So if you want to have a lot of peppers, and these little things are hot to say they're so small. But anyway, I have this 3rd mulberry. This is the biggest one. I planted it right here between the pear tree that I grafted and our other pear tree that doesn't produce any fruit. I think it's one of those the ones that produce the flowers and don't produce any fruit. Anyway, so down here I also added and moved from out the swimming pool that was up under the chayote squash. I had some other little plants that I ordered from Baker Creek. Goji berries. They don't look well. I just moved them. This is literally a twig. It did have a couple leaves. Some fell off now. This is a goji berry, I'm assuming. And look at this. This little stick has produced 3 little fruit. And it's about to frost. And I was just amazed to have something this tiny produce anything. I wasn't even expecting that. Another little twig. Hopefully they come back. And then I have 2 more down here. One there you can't see, and then one there you can't see. And then I moved my jalapeno plant from out of that same planter that I showed you earlier to here. And since it's about to frost tonight and the next 2 nights, I have decided to take 1 jalapeno plant, bell pepper, and a habanero in the house. I sprayed them down well. I cut the jalapeno pepper and the bell pepper plant back all the way to the stalk. It does not have any leaves to help it transition better in the house. I still have a habanero out here that is still producing peppers, which is so sad. I hate the end of the season because this is when they start producing well. I have jalapenos that need to be picked. I don't know if you can see that red pepper down there. Anyway, so a couple months back, I threw some more seeds in there. So I have some more red mustard, and then I have a Swiss chard over there, and one right there. I forgot what that was. It's a flower. I can't think of the name right now, but I planted that, and now it's coming back from the seeds that it dropped. Over here, this box is just a mess. It was my Brussels sprout, which the caterpillars are devouring, which I'm going to pull those, and I'm going to leave the kale over here for the fall. Other than that, I did have a Swiss chard in there. Let's see. Feels like a jungle out here. That's my Swiss chard. That thing has been hanging in there forever. I might move that one to a better spot so this kale can do right. You see all this grass? This grass is not supposed to be here. hence the black paper. But the leaves and dirt that has been rolling past here when it rains, it just has collected here, and grass is growing. So that's going to be something I do this fall when it dies off, hopefully. And I have a sunflower seed. How in the world? Or is that a amaranth? If that's an amaranth green, I am going to take that in the house before the bugs start eating it. It might be an amaranth grain, because I did have amaranth over here in this bed as well. So I might just pull that and take it on in the house. But other than that, I have more Swiss chard in this box. 1,000 head kale, curly kale, and I think I moved the other kale out of this box. Herbs, I have parsley, oregano still hanging in there. They will seed and reseed themselves, so that's just where they've been living. I have a little pecan tree that has been holding on to life for the last 4 or 5 years. This is as big as this has gotten. So we're going to find a place for that this coming spring. Over here is my kale box. The caterpillars have been eating it, and they almost killed it all until I started fertilizing it again. The grass was about to take over, but I took care of that as well. I wanted to show you guys. Let's see. My lettuce box. So far I have this lettuce growing. Hopefully it'll survive. I forgot what this was. Probably arugula. Something like that. I don't remember. I think that is arugula. I hope it is. So it can bolt, because those seeds are expensive. So I want some seeds. I still have okra growing, producing flowers. Still, I have big okra that we have not picked. I'm just going to let them all go to seed and dry out. We have tons of projects to do. Well, I have tons of projects to do. I'm pretty sure I'll get my husband to help. All these bags over here are going into the fall garden over there. I'm going to put all this in there. I have some peat moss as well, along with the mushroom compost and soil conditioner. I'm just going to let it spread as far as I possibly can get it down that line, and cover it with black paper so I can have a more controlled, less grassy growing area. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for you. I think I showed you everything. I'm very excited about the Chinese squash. I'm going to cover it up as soon as I get finished with this video. We got about an hour and a half, 2 hours left of light. I don't come after the sun starts setting. Spiders come out then. But yeah, they can have the nighttime. Other than that, guys, that's all I have. And like I said, I'll give you an update on the chayote squash to see if it can weather 34 or less degree weather. So I'll give you an update in about 2 weeks to show you what's happening with the garden. All right, guys. And once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. That will be very much appreciated. Like this video, share this video if anything interests you or would interest a friend. And thanks for watching. I'll have more updates coming soon. All right. Thanks, guys.